Assalamualaikum students. I once again welcome you all within this online lecture series. We are continuing the topic laws of chemical combinations. In the last video lecture, we discussed one of the important laws, that is law of conservation of mass, which was given by actually the father of chemist Anton von Lewisier in 1774. And according to this law, that I told you people, that during any chemical change, the total mass of the products is equal to the total mass of the reactants. In other words, the law of conservation of mass means that mass can neither be created nor destroyed, but can simply change from one form to another form. We discussed that very thing. One thing I would like to mention here, that I told you people that this law of conservation of mass is also called as law of indestructibility of matter. And that means from a large number of experiments, it was concluded that although substances may undergo chemical changes, the total mass of the products of the reaction is exactly equal to the total mass of the reactants. I have given you the example in the last video lecture, that this is carbon plus oxygen. The moment carbon reacts with oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide, and it has been experimentally proved that 12 grams of carbon plus 32 grams of oxygen, when react with each other, they form carbon dioxide with molecular mass equal to 44 grams. That is 44 gram equal to 44 grams. That means these are the two reactants. And this is the product. That means the mass of the products is always equal to the mass of the reactants, and the mass of the reactants is always equal to the mass of products. That means mass can neither be created nor destroyed, but can simply change from one form to another form. Look at another example, a very important common example. The weight and mass of the whole apple. Look at this apple. This is apple, beautiful picture of the apple. The weight and the mass of a whole apple is equal to the sum of the each cut up piece added together. For example, these are the pieces, cutted pieces. The moment we will join these pieces, and ultimately they will give us a definite shape of the apple. The same is the case with this. That means the weight and mass of the apple is equal to the sum of the each cut of piece added together. That means mass of the reactants is always equal to the mass of products. That means the mass of the apple is equal to and I can say the equal to the sum of the each cut piece added together. And this was actually the recapitulation of the last video lecture which we discussed last time. Now we are going to study one more law, that's very important law, that's law of constant proportion. So let's discuss law of constant proportion. Let's discuss law of adapted proportions. This is also called as law of constant proportions, and this law is given by Joseph Proust, also known as JL Proust. JL Proust, he was actually from France. In 1779 he gave a law, and that law is known as law of definite proportions, also known as law of constant proportions. According to this law, in a chemical compound, the elements are always present in a definite proportion by mass. In a chemical compound, the elements are always present in a definite proportion by mass. I told you people in the previous lecture that when two or more elements combine with each other, they form a chemical compound. Means elements, when combined with each other, they form a chemical compound. And according to this law, in a chemical compound, the elements are always present in a definite proportion by mass. Actually, it was Lewisier, Anton von Lewisier, father of chemist, and many other scientists like JL Proust observed that many compounds were composed of two or more elements. I told you people that these actually, when elements join with each other, or when there is a reaction between two elements, there is always formation of a compound. And same is the case with this. Lewisier and other scientists observed that many compounds were composed of two or more elements, and each compound had the same elements in the same proportions irrespective of the fact from which where the compounds came or who prepared it. This led to the law of constant proportions, which is also known as law of definite proportions. So according to this law, in a chemical compound, the elements are always present in a definite proportion by mass. For example, let me quote an example. This is example of a water. H2 plus O2 gives water. example of a water. Water always contains two elements. That is, one is hydrogen, this is hydrogen, and another is oxygen, this is oxygen. Means when there is a reaction between hydrogen and oxygen, there is always formation of a water molecule. This water molecule is a compound, and these two are actually the elements. The same is the case with this water molecules. All water always contains two elements. One is hydrogen, this is hydrogen, and another is oxygen. And one atom oxygen combined in the same ratio of 2:16 or 1:8 mass. That means 1 gram of oxygen mixes with or reacts with 8 grams of oxygen to form 9 grams of water. 9 grams of water. This means that whenever you people will see water formation, water is always present by fixed proportion by mass. Means whenever there is a formation of a water molecule, hydrogen combines in the ratio of 1, and the water means oxygen combines in the ratio of 8. That's 1:8. Just like this, 1:8. 1:8. There means there should be the 1:8 ratio. Then and then only the water molecule will get formed. Same is the case with this law. That's why this law states that this is also called as definite proportion. Means there should the definite proportion means there should be one part of the hydrogen and 8 parts of the oxygen. Then and then only water will get formed. That's why this law states that in a chemical compound, this is a chemical compound, that the elements are always present in a fixed proportion by mass. Means whenever there is a formation of a water molecule, two elements come together, two elements react with each other. Rather, one is oxygen and another is hydrogen, and there should be the one part of the hydrogen ratio should be 1:8. That is, 1 part of the hydrogen and 8 parts of the oxygen should react with each other to form water molecule. So this is in accordance with the law of definite proportions. Let's discuss some more examples to make you people understand what actually this law of definite proportion means. As far as this law of definite proportions is concerned, I gave you the example of a water molecule. That means I told you people that 1 part of the hydrogen should react with 8 parts of the oxygen to form this water molecule. That means, for example, if we decompose, for example, this is 9 grams of water. I told you people the ratio should be 1:8. 1:8. Means there should be the 1 part of the hydrogen and 8 parts of the oxygen. Then and then water molecule will get formed. Same is the case with this. If we decompose 9 grams of pure water, this is, for example, pure water. This is pure water. The moment we will decompose it by making use of electricity, means by electrolysis. Electro means by passing electricity, and lysis means breakdown. That means the moment electrolysis, by performing the process of electrolysis, the moment we have to decompose the 9 grams of the water molecule by making use of electrolysis. Electro means by passing electricity and lysis means breakdown. That's why I told you by using process of electrolysis. So the moment we will decompose 9 grams of the pure water passing electricity through it, then the 1 gram of the hydrogen, 1 gram of hydrogen, 1 gram of hydrogen, 1 gram of the hydrogen and 8 grams of oxygen are always obtained. That means the moment we will break this water molecule, there is always formation of 1 gram of hydrogen and 8 grams of oxygen. That's why I told you people that the moment we have to make the water molecule, there should be the ratio 1:8. The moment we will break this water molecule, the ratio should be same. That's we will get 1 molecule of hydrogen, 1 part of the hydrogen rather, and 8 parts of the oxygen. Now, if we repeat the experiment by taking pure water from different sources like pond, well, river, or seawater, the same mass of the hydrogen, oxygen are obtained in each case. That means this experiment shows that the water always consists of 2 elements. That is, one is hydrogen and another is oxygen, and these elements are combined together in same proportion by mass, that is in ratio of 1:8. So from this discussion we came to the conclusion that the bottom line of the story is that whatever may be the source from which a compound is obtained, mark my words, this very important topic and this very important concept, whatever may be the source from which a compound is obtained, it is always made of the same elements in the same proportion by mass. This is highlight point of the law of definite proportion. So you people should remember that whatever may be the source, for example, the moment you will go to Pakistan, you will go to England, you will go to other foreign countries, the water molecules are always formed by ratio of 1:8, means that there should be the 1 part of the hydrogen and 8 parts of the oxygen. That's why I told you people that whatever may be the source from which you people are obtaining this water as a compound, it is always made of the same elements in the same proportion by mass. That's why I told you people that you can get this water from different sources like pond, like well water, river water, sea water, etc. There should be always the ratio that will be always equal to the 1:8. That means 1 part of hydrogen and 8 parts of oxygen. When react with each other, they form the water molecule. That's why I told you people the highlight point of the law of definite proportions, which JL Proust suggested, that it is actually whatever may be the source from which a compound is obtained, it is always made up of the same elements in the same proportion by mass. So the bottom line of the story is that a pure chemical compound always contains same elements combined together in the same proportion by mass. This was the law of definite proportion. In the next video lecture, inshallah, we are going to discuss some more example regarding this law of definite proportions or constant compositions. Till then, stay safe, stay at your homes, stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.